Patrons!
Hey guys!
Hello!
Big boys.
It's been a while.
Oh!
T-shirt.
Where's my one, Trev?
Do you find?
You have to buy it.
Yeah.
No, but where's my free one?
You don't get a free one.
We've been
you
through
buy
this.
it.
So it turns out with that,
Yeah.
because Trev got in touch with me first and said, I've just checked the orders, there isn't one for a purple one. And I was like, well, I paid for it. And I checked my bank statement and it said quite clearly on there that I paid money to Teespring. And then I contacted them and said, no, the campaign's finished now. And I was like, well, so I took a screenshot of the thing, emailed it to them and said, I paid for it. And they were like, oh, we can't do anything now because the campaign's finished, but we'll refund you. So the first they were trying to fob me off a voucher. They were like, oh, we'll give you a voucher to spend on Teespring for £20. You only spent, is it 16? No. How much was it?
I don't know, I just clicked
It was under 20 quid because they were trying to give me a voucher 20 quid and say it's an extra £2 or something on top. And I was like, no. So I finally went,
how about giving the money?
Trev, if you do another campaign, I will buy it. Definitely. And I'll make, well, I brought it anyway, but I'll make sure it goes through.
Free one. If you want to give me a free one, just go for it. I will take it. I'll wear it.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been officially.
I forgot what you guys look like, to be honest.
It's been officially
I
a
am
month.
this sexy, so your memory is right. Yeah.
It's been a month.
It's been a month.
I think I've been a bit longer than that because I missed a couple.
You missed one.
I
We done the
also
last
did.
one.
I feel like I did miss one though, surely.
Yeah, you missed.
You missed
as
one,
well.
and then Dan missed
the
one,
next
and
one.
then we
That's right.
ended up having a month off.
Yeah.
Which I've contacted the patrons about and told them why
You
you
guys
end up.
know.
Oh,
For fuck's sake.
well, we end up taking.
It's gone for a month and it's just unprofessional.
Yeah, straight away.
Why I ended up taking a month off, but we're back now and it's good. The office has been cleaned, more space.
Yeah, you can't see it, but
We can't see it
trust
either.
me.
It's a bit more nice in now. I don't know. I just enjoy.
It's got more
being there.
comics in it, so I approve.
Yeah, comics in it, paints in it, things like that. But yeah, so you said about World Cup.
Yeah, I've been watching the World Cup. I'm a regular lad these days.
I saw your.
Lad.
I saw you tweeted about it, didn't you?
Yeah,
And
I
was
did.
really
No.
surprised. Yeah.
Did you not see my tweet?
No.
You son
So he
of a bitch.
tweeted
I've
first
silenced
of all,
him.
and then he
I've tweeted like 3 times this month.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
really.
You cunts. I tweet for you guys
So
more than
are you
anyone.
enjoying the World Cup?
Yeah, that was what the tweet was about.
What's been your favourite? I saw your tweet. What's been your favourite game?
I don't know. They've all have all had their problems is the thing.
Sorry,
They've all had their problems.
Yeah.
They've hardly been
apart
like...
from one.
Go on.
Spain, Portugal, 3-3.
Oh, no, I'm only watching England games. I'm not on the
Oh,
to be fair,
I
actually I did watch Colombia, Japan.
Yeah.
Watched the Russia game as well, but only sort of half watched it.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm not...
You just
I've watched.
Yeah.
I think I've watched pretty much every game.
Oh, I can't be fucked with that. It's too many games.
I've watched a few. I haven't watched them all. There are some I missed.
I watched the game earlier before I can pick you up.
Who's playing today?
Uruguay,
Uruguay,
France. I've said down to my father-in-law, I was like, France are going to absolutely romp this game. He was like, no, Uruguay have got the old but really solid defence and all that. But I mean, it was only 2-0, but France never looked. Okay, Uruguay had one shot, and it was, don't get me wrong, it's probably saved the tournament.
Yeah.
But other than that, they never looked like they were going to cause a threat to France's goal. It was pretty chilled, standard.
Who are you thinking for taking home the cup?
France.
You're thinking France, yeah? That's what most people are saying France.
Yeah, although they're going to have a tough game next, because both Brazil and Belgium, who are playing tonight,
Yep.
are very in-your-face attacker teams. So they won't give any team any time. And France don't like that. France like being in control of the game. And having a team at them,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be France's bigger test. I think we'll make semi-finals.
So you don't believe it is in fact coming home?
No. I mean, you could argue...
No.
You could argue...
Lads, it's coming home.
I think we'll beat
Okay.
Sweden. I think we will beat Sweden.
Yeah, so do I, actually.
But then you could argue after that you've got Russia or Croatia. Again, both arguably winnable games. But when I think Russia will win tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think if you're playing a home nation in a semi-final, that don't care how poorly rated on paper they are, that is a hard game. Like,
I've been saying from the start that Russia, everyone was like, Russia won't do well. It's like, Russia will do
Russia
well
doing
because
great.
it's at home.
statistically, Russia
put
are
it
the
at
worst
home.
team in the tournament on paper.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Going into it, they were the worst team.
They've been doing really good, though.
Yeah, because you're playing at
I've
home.
only been impressed with
And when
Russia.
Vladimir Putin tells you have to win,
you
you've got to fucking win.
If we play Russia, there's only... The only way we can beat them is...
in the team.
The only way we can beat them is we have to adopt the tactics Uruguay done. Because Uruguay beat them 3-0, and that was purely because they exploited their wing backs. So do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, no,
So
I get it.
yeah, so
I played football in school.
yeah, so playing the ball into the corners behind. But the thing is, England don't do that. They play too direct down the middle. So mixing everything up.
Do you
and
not think
playing...
they'll change it up though as they get further into the tournament?
Yeah, but if he does so, it means he'll have to play Rashford over Sterling, which I don't think he'll do, but he should do because Sterling couldn't hit a fucking barn door if he was inside one. I cannot stand that idiot.
Wow.
He's fucking useless.
I prefer Sterling to Vardy.
I
I'd
know.
rather have Sterling on the pitch than Vardy.
I'd purely
and
have
they're not
Vardy
even the
there
same position
because
Jesus, fuck me, Vardy's an idiot.
So I don't dislike anyone.
But Vardy's a workhorse. He'll chase everything for you and he'll get in their
Yeah,
face.
but
and he'll make it
unfortunately,
hard.
it's not always the ball.
No.
It's like, oh, corner, oh, legs, oh. He's a puppy who hasn't got the talent to not
he
run
can't
into
say that.
something.
He scored 17 games in a row in the
He
Premier
scored
League.
17 games.
He scored in 17 games in a row. In the
Brilliant.
Premier League.
Brilliant.
Biggest record in the world.
To me, that just sounds like he had a decent team around him, and they managed to bounce it
Not
off
really.
at the right
Yeah,
point.
Leicester,
Well,
yeah,
that's
Leicester, didn't
something. We have a record-breaking team this year. Like like even the
What's our record rate?
we've broken like 3 records so far.
Oh,
in this World Cup. In World Cup records, not
Yeah,
World
yeah,
football
yeah.
records.
That's
So,
what I'm
hey, we're not that good, but you know, this is like the best chance.
I don't even know. I just realised. I don't even
How
know
long?
if.
Since like what 94?
Yeah. Yeah. My concerns
Well, I mean,
are we haven't.
very valid.
We haven't been tested. The only game
no,
that
fair
proposed a challenge was Belgium,
yeah,
and we
we played
put
the
a
subs,
second
yeah.
string team out. We haven't been challenged, and we've done it deliberately. Or you can argue we lost the Belgium game and we got an easier run in. But I think if you want to win the World Cup, you have to beat the best teams.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, probably do that in the
that's the
final.
nature of
And
the
if you
World Cup,
play France in the final, who have gone through and who have knocked out Uruguay, who have knocked out Brazil or Belgium, who have beaten the big teams, their confidence is fucking sky high. They're like,
Yeah, but they're going to be fucking shattered.
No,
because they've had to really play.
I know, you saw today. They literally walked around the pitch passing the ball, and the ball was at the end. The stat at the end was the ball was only in play for 60 minutes of the pitch of the game out of 90. France literally had a bye today. Like they've done nothing, and they've now got 4 days off. England played an hour and a half, or he went to extra time.
yeah.
France went to that. So I don't know. I think I'd love to see England-France final.
Same, but I agree. Semi-finals will be out.
Semi-finals.
But I'll be bloody pleased to get to semi-finals.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll be happy because people wrote the young team off at first. Oh, youngsters.
No, I don't dislike anyone on the team. So
As
I don't have any of the
Alan Hanson's famous quote said, "You never win anything with a bunch of youngsters." Do you remember that?
No.
Yes.
On
Yes, I
a
do.
match today in I want to say '94. Alex Ferguson played like the youngest Premier League team for United. He had like Beckham, Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, but they
All
were
when
like
they first
youngsters.
started, yeah. Right from
and
the-
he said at the beginning of the season, they've got no chance. You won't win anything with a bunch of youngsters. They won the Premier League 7 years in a row after that.
Jesus.
And he was like, yeah, so it's sort of like they
It
often
was
say
always used, wasn't it?
yeah, they still
Oh,
say it
yeah,
now.
no, yeah.
Shearer always says it to him.
Yeah.
Shearer's like, you don't win anything with a bunch of youngsters. And you just see a look on his face. It's like, it's ridiculous. But no, it'd be good. I reckon it'd be good.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. All the games I've watched. Like, and I know that.
You're watching the game tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you watching it tomorrow?
Probably at my dad's. Probably watch it.
You're
It's quarterfinals,
where are you
so
watching?
I'm at a wedding,
You said you were winning, aren't you?
so I'm watching it on my mobile phone and then standing up and going,
Did you see?
"Oh man!" At the
I
right
ended
point.
up watching
Oh,
the fucking
Thingy,
Belgian game on my phone. ITV's player is dog shit.
yeah.
It's awful.
Who is the guy who played? You know the Room film you want about? And there was like a
Yeah.
James Franco.
Tommy Wiseau. Oh, no, okay.
Yeah,
The-
Yeah, James Franco.
The
Did you see
disaster
the big
artist.
spat he come out and said? Because he's like a stand-up comedian, isn't he?
James Franco is not a stand-up comedian.
Well, he was doing a stand-up comedy show for
Right,
him
okay.
anyway,
What? Was
or like
he?
a stand-up show.
That is insane.
And he reckons 30% of the crowd were on the phone watching the World Cup during his show. And he come out and said, like,
sorry.
this is an art form and people shouldn't go to that. I'm not going to appreciate it. And blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah,
shut
blah.
up.
So, yeah, people are hating on him on social media.
Well, you know.
Well, like, we'll make your content interesting and we'll watch World Cup. That's literally what they're saying. I was like, ooh.
Don't put it on the same time as World Cup. I feel sorry for the English tennis guy
He's playing, yeah.
He's playing at the same
Carl
time.
Edmonds.
And Lewis Hamilton is about to take a fine because he said he's not going to do his press bits so he can go and see the England game. And they're like, you'll get fined for it. And he's like, fair enough.
Yeah. How much
Like
will
you
you
can't
find?
afford it,
20
yeah.
grand. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
that'll do.
My pocket money,
That's
you know?
half an hour driving, isn't it? Probably
There it is,
less
mate.
than
I'm done.
Did you see that video of that guy watching the penalty shootout on his phone on the train?
Yes.
He's like really polite because he's being really quiet.
Yeah.
But he's he's getting all excited whenever we score. That was good though, penalty shootout.
I did see that.
I
yeah.
hate penalty shootouts.
I was quite
hate
tense
them.
watching that.
Yeah.
I said to Dan,
I thought we were.
I think that's a better result than beating them 4-0.
Do you think?
Yeah.
We never won a penalty.
Well, that, and it's a sign of character.
And it's massive confidence.
Coming through that, they will feel like sky high.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought Harry Kane's definitely going to score, but then anyone else, I was like,
do you know? I was most impressed with Marcus Rashford. He'd been on the pitch 6 minutes, touched the ball twice, and then was asked to take a penalty, probably the biggest penalty he's ever had to take. Yeah. And just started at home. I felt sorry for Jordan Henderson because that was a good penalty. It was just a really good save.
Yeah.
But
do you know what I feel bad for? Well, not feel bad for him. It kind of annoys me actually. Lingard is that he's good, but he keeps taking shots on goal and fucking it up at the last minute. It's happened in every game.
Yeah, but I mean, his goal against Panama was mustard.
Yeah, but it's not enough for me.
He needs more.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least I'd rather have him taking shots. Rashford, he falls over his own feet. Not Rashford, Sterling.
You just like complimenting Rashford, and suddenly you just.
Do you remember Did you see the first game? It was offside, but they played a square ball across the box.
The first game.
The first game for England.
I did watch it, but I remember
Sterling literally had the
Tunisia?
side foot the ball in the net. Like anyone could have scored it. Anyone could have scored it, and he tripped over his feet and fell face first. We're talking someone who's paid £250,000 a week.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, like, he hasn't scored in an international shirt now for like 18 games. Yeah. Fucking bin him, send him home. Don't care if he got accused of being racist. Fucking get him out of there.
The ref was good last game, wasn't he? At least he was penalising people for stuff. He wasn't just having a go at them.
He was.
Yeah.
Should we jump on?
Should we talk about indie games?
Yeah, because I don't even know. Brian probably is a huge fan.
Fucking hell.
Soccer. And Trev, I don't know, is Trev a fan of football? Yeah, he's a
sure.
Forest fan, isn't he?
I don't. Well, I'd hope so. Him being a Nottingham lad, but
he don't have to be, does he?
I think he's a Forest fan.
You have to tie yourself to local teams. Fuck Brian.
No.
All right, let's go podcast.
That's bad.
What's up, and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, episode 49. We are back after a month-long break, but we're back with episode 49, and next week is the big one, the 5-0. But we're talking
I've actually
more about
been
that
here this whole time.
at the end.
Just sitting there going, hello.
Are they coming back too? It's been a long time.
Been surviving off lint and old beer cans.
Oh god. Yeah, this is the Indie Credible Podcast, a weekly podcast. We get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through. It's not I say weekly podcast. Obviously, we had a break, but it's back to being a weekly podcast. We chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through indie games that are released. We go through indie games we've been playing, indie game news, and we cover our main indie game topic. This week's topic is going to be all around. So we're going to choose 2 games each that are released this year, but we haven't played yet, and that we are going to play before the end of the year for the big kind of indie game of the year. Chat starts 2 games we feel that we have to have a say on, at least one of us does anyway. Yeah, I'm Lewis, the host. With me is Tom and Dan. Yeah, should we go into it?
Should we just do this?
Go into it.
We're back.
We're back.
So as always, we start with what we've been playing. I'm trying to remind myself it's because it's been too long. Who want to start? Who's been playing some games?
That's none of us. Wicked.
I'll start.
Go on, Tom.
I've definitely played a lot of games in this time, but the thing is, it's been so long now that I don't remember half the games I played.
Yeah.
So I can remember a couple.
That's cool.
I played Invector again.
I saw you been playing that.
Because
beat my scores yet?
Mate, your scores? Are you kidding me? They're pathetic. Honestly, I went back and looked at them and it was embarrassing. Some of the scores he's got on stuff, it's like, why do you even bother playing? But my mate James at work, I convinced him to get it because he wanted something a bit more casual to play.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be quite good if he starts playing. I can have some competition for
Yeah.
once.
You can have a friend.
Yeah. Well, I've got some.
Yeah. One.
What does he think to it?
Yeah, he likes it. Yeah, and he's much better than you.
Okay.
By a long way. So it's actually there's.
I'm so glad we've had a month off. Yeah. We just picked
right
back up where we were.
It's like we never left. But yeah, he's like so much better than you.
Okay.
But not better than me. Turns out I am actually pretty good at these games. Well, this game in particular, because even going back to it and playing it again, I'm getting like 7th in the world. I'm getting some real top scores. But there has been times where I've had to put effort into beating him, unlike you. So I've actually had a good time playing it, and of course, rest in peace Avicii. Which is the game, all the songs are Avicii, all the game songs of the game.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, Invector is basically just a rhythm game based on each music and the EDM music.
Yeah,
Control it with spaceship, and it's like a 3-axis tunnel that you go through.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, we both quite like it, didn't we?
Yeah, it was good. I think we scored it in 8. Actually,
was it?
Yeah, because although the story's shite, the actual song selections are, although it's all the same genre,
it works.
They feel really different. There's some that are really up tempo. There's some that are more acousticy, and it's just nice.
It's really
only if you like EDM. Otherwise, the rest of us are there.
It made me like EDM.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it did. It made me. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Not that I've gone after EDM.
I would never put that music on in my car.
Yeah.
But
playing the game,
sitting down and listening to it, I was like, this actually the aesthetics go with it well, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, good game. I'm glad I went back to it.
Nice.
Last night I played H1Z1.
Yeah.
For the first time. I did 2 games. I did 1 solo game and 1 game of 5s.
Yeah.
Solo game, and a 5th in my first game.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
Camper.
The game is very much PUBG, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm not playing H1Z1.
It's basically PUBG, but instead of trying
to make it... What are you playing it on? Are you playing PlayStation? Yeah.
Instead of making it like... The best thing they've done is they've put this fog in, so your draw distance is quite short compared to PUBG. So that way it actually runs.
Yeah.
Unlike PUBG. It runs well. It's still in beta, so it's not actually a full game, but it looks kind of crappy. But it's fun. I actually had a good time like playing it, and I could tell I'm going to start playing it with guys from work and his mate, and I think it'll be more fun playing it with other people.
Yeah.
The 5s was good, except though I don't understand this. You play 5s to play in a team. That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
So I drop in, and we're split in 3 and 2. I land with the 3. I'm one of the 3 that landed together. They get on a quad bike and fuck off. We play duos if you're going to do that. What the fuck are you playing in 5s if you're going to abandon me immediately? We barely even started.
Wow.
One of
couple
our
of minutes in a plane with you and then ditching you already.
One guy disconnected, but then one other guy came to find me on his quad bike, and I got on his one, and then the guys I've had died. And then the girls have died, and I was the only one left. And I didn't last very long, because it's like terrible when you're on your own against a team of 5.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I actually really liked it. It's actually a really fun game. As all the battle royales, they have that same sort of. It's the same enjoyment you get.
They build tension, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're good at building tension.
I'll probably play it for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be done with it.
Yeah.
I didn't really play PUBG. Did I play it like twice?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And I've never played Fortnite, only because I can't be asked to learn all the building shit. It looks fun, but I just can't be asked.
I will say, so I didn't play Fortnite for a long time, a good probably, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Then jumped back on with you lot, and I was like, whoa, people have got good at building. But when I was playing the Thrawn console, there was the odd person who was amazing, but most people were doing the same kind of stuff. Now I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm like, fucking, what are you doing? I'm just standing there going, just watching this person build. And
the amount of GIFs I've seen of people just like building like ramps up on their controller, like it just goes up really, really quickly.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you doing it on a controller? I don't even know how
people
it's
have
possible.
got good at building.
Yeah, I just can't be asked for that. I'm sure, like I say,
I don't do it. I just build one ramp, or I just
you build a wall and then walk into it.
Or if they build a big thing with
He says that. What he actually does is he goes, boys, there's a guy over there, and we go, don't shoot. And he goes, I've already shot. I'll get him again. And you're like, you dickhead. And then we get killed.
About because we're going to play the stealth game together, Aragami.
Oh my god, you're fucked.
And I'm really worried about playing with him because I know he's going to be an absolute dickhead with it.
Stealth is not Lewis's thing.
Yeah. I mean that. I mean, if you try and not play stealth, you're killed in one hit.
Okay. I've played an hour of Aragami. I know how it plays.
But when he plays duos, you will get...
Looks directly into the camera.
Let's go!
Cool. What else have you played, mate?
Don't look at me like that.
Aragami.
Probably other stuff. But I played Aragami. I'm reviewing that. I won't say much about it now because I'm reviewing it. But it's I like it.
Yeah.
I've done my stealth games.
You got the Nightmare Edition, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is it the Nightmare Edition it was called? Nightfall Edition. So it's got the whole DLC and the thingy,
yeah. DLC and everything. I played the main story all the way through.
Yeah. So I played an hour yesterday.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. It was good fun. It reminded me of effectively Ninja Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean,
that's literally what it reminded me of.
I tried once when I was really young. And
has the whole end of level scoring like Metal Gear Solid, and you get more points for either killing everyone.
You get points for killing
not being
everyone
found.
or killing no one.
Yeah.
And not being detected. Yeah.
Yeah. So it had that replayability to it.
I played it at EGX
years
ago, and it is Tenchu Stealth Assassin.
Yeah.
If you've ever played 10 to yourself, it is.
Yeah.
But better.
Comparison, yeah.
I think it's
nice. I
think
like
it's
the shadow mechanic in it.
I
That's
really
really
like,
cool.
I really like that as well. And all the upgrades you can do are really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a couple there that I didn't fancy even using it. I only upgraded because I had excess of points at that stage.
Keep an eye out for your review, I suppose.
Yes.
Probably next week sometime, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. We can get... I want to
play
blast
some
through
co-op.
that co-op.
Yeah. Well,
in a
I'll
couple
carry you
sessions
through
it'll be
anyway.
Wow.
So, does that wrap up what you played?
I definitely played a lot more, but it's honestly it's been so long. Liam?
What?
Is that
No, he's Lewis.
Lewis? I don't think so.
Where are you going with this?
Dan, do you want to go next? Or shall I
I played Absolver because it's free on it thing.
That's one of my things.
Really enjoying it at the moment. Fecking hard.
How far into are you?
I'm still not that far because I'm not rushing it because I'm trying to learn the moves so I can nail them. So I'm actually letting fights go longer than they should.
Okay.
So I can learn the blocking and move because I know I need
what
to
starting,
just get it down to a T.
What starting style did you choose?
I can't remember.
Parry, probably. It's the most common.
No, it's the strength one.
Oh, you strength? Oh, okay, nice.
Which one was that?
You grab. So you can do. So you tap right on the stick, but you can grab the person and then push them back.
Possibly.
And then,
I usually just lamp them in the face and then kick them when they're down.
Because I jump back on it.
That's a life tactic. Lamp in the face, kick them when they're down.
I downloaded it again, jumped back on it. And was like, I couldn't remember what I was doing. They've added a lot of stuff. The most notable thing they've added are loot boxes, but they are in-game currency loot boxes to get different gear, and it's kind of good because one of my gripes with it before was the gear was you're just finding piles of stones and finding a bit of gear and going there and finding another bit of gear. This adds a bit more. This rewards you for playing online, which is effectively what the game was. It was an online fighter.
Yeah.
And by playing match online, every time you level up, you get a loot box and you get a chance of getting a good bit of gear, or you can salvage that gear to buy gear yourself. But yeah, I jumped back on. I actually played a lot more of that game than I realised. I'm character level 50.
Yeah.
I'm online level 27. Yeah, so I jumped back on. I really enjoyed it, but I looked for it. And I've still learnt less than 50% of the moves available.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So
I take it there's a lot of new people on it then.
So this is my only issue at the moment. Yes, there is lots of new people on it, but the servers are seriously struggling.
Ooh.
Like the input lag is horrible at sometimes. I'm pressing a button and I'm giving it a good half second before it's doing it, which in a fighting game is really hard.
Yeah.
And your brother noticed it as well. I think we noticed it so much because we literally went from
You've been playing a lot like Street Fighter.
Well, we played 20 matches in Street Fighter and then went to this. And we were like, whoa, this is...
It's going to feel like ages, isn't
it? Like you're flicking the stick to parry and then it's like, huh. You're like, what is it doing? But then I've played other times when it's not been peak playing time and it's been perfect. So...
Might give it a go at some point, considering it's free. Might as well.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's quite nice so far. I like what they're doing with it. I like the graphic style of it.
I always like that.
The fighting so far has been interesting. And I'm not a big fan of fighting games.
Yeah, me either.
It's just like, I've got to be millisecond perfect, and it's all, and you're just like, get on with it.
You can build your own style, can't you?
Yeah, and that's what's really nice. So it's working. It's working to my ability, and then using that to win fights and going, well, no, I'm not millisecond perfect, but actually, if I can learn a combo and be able to move through the different combos in a way that works for me, I can destroy pretty much anyone in a couple of moves, and I've been upping my stamina each time because you up your stamina bar and then you can just keep comboing the shit out of people, and you come against a boss and you're like, I've just fucking owned you, son.
Stamina is so important in that game,
yeah,
because I have strength and I don't have loads of stamina, so I only do 3-hit combos, duck away from them,
and then you can
go back in. But when I do hit them, like 3-hit combo is a third of their life gone. Whereas I've had other people who have done like 10-hit combos straight on me without losing a stamina bar, and I've done maybe a third health. But they're just so quick, and I'm like, what do? You choose abilities.
Yeah.
So, but if you pop health in a fight, it does like this down animation, and then you're vulnerable for about 2 seconds. Okay. So you got to be away from them.
Yeah.
If someone good sees you going into startup animation, they'll sprint towards you and slide kick you.
Kill you.
You'll get your health back, but you'll then be punished.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice. I've been enjoying that. That's quite fun. I've been playing some H1Z1 as well. Yep. I was a little bit bored by it, to be honest. I thought it was quite nice. I understood why they put the fog in to allow it to run smoother.
Yeah, exactly,
But it does mean
I'm assuming that's going to go away once they put effort into making it console
friendly. Yeah. But it does mean that you can't see anyone. And so you just
I don't
run
know,
around.
I don't know
and
how true this is.
Does it make it atmospheric?
No.
No.
Not really.
And
It
also,
just feels hard to see.
graphically, it's pretty cack.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you've got this really short draw distance and crap graphics, and you're just like.
So now I don't know how true this is, but James's roommate, my friend James's roommate, Tom, another Tom, he has a PS4 Pro, and he seems, James says, to see things that James can't on his normal PS4.
That's possible.
So he's wondering if the draw distance is pushed far back for
the
PS4
Pro,
players, yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah, so that might be the case.
But you do then just sit there going...
I do hope the fog will be taken away as they make it more compatible with PS4.
But these games need to do something, because while you've got Fortnite, which doesn't have this...
Exactly, yeah.
They're all going to just get crushed underneath that, which is why Paladins is going to do really well as well. Because it doesn't have that issue. Because they haven't gone for, oh look, it's super realistic graphics, or, well, what they call realistic graphics. They've gone for, no, it's comic-y, which means we don't have to worry about the power it's draining to do these bits. We can just put it out there. And then they're going to fall further behind PUBG, and we'll try and sue someone else.
H1Z1 will be dead soon enough. It won't last long.
It'll have a hardcore player base.
I think it's going to be a piece.
It's not for long. I don't even think for long. No. Hardcore player base, honestly.
I mean, PUBG's still got a hefty player base, and it runs perfectly well on Xbox now. I haven't got an Xbox One X, but even on my Xbox, I can play a game perfectly well. It's been optimised. The controls have been changed around for the console.
I just think we're going to see the end of Battle Royale soon.
That should have happened day one.
It should have done,
yeah.
It should have done, but
we're going to see an end to the whole Battle Royale thing anyway, because people are going to get bored with it.
Eventually.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Predictions. What was I watching the other day? Some theorist video that was saying that they reckon Fortnite Season 6 will be the downfall. They reckon Season 5... They said at the moment, Epic Games is doing enough that's going like, when people are starting to lull, it's like, look at this now, there's a rocket in the air and it's fractured. People are interested in all this story. But then they're like,
really good.
Then they're like, by the end of Season 6, people are going to be like, that's the predictions of it all.
They had
a comic come down which started this one, and then they've been doing lots of
space and time or whatever.
What they've been doing really well is the same thing that Blizzard do, is stories within it that aren't part of the main gameplay, but you're finding out secret stories, which is why Overwatch still works.
Time traveling's the leaked
move.
The leaked season pass for Season 5.
It's leaked, is it?
Well,
is it supposedly?
It got leaked this morning, and all the skins and titles of your.
But time travel.
Which ones are those? Are those the god ones that they've been showing?
No,
or are those
so
the pirate ones they've been showing.
No, so your
because there's been 5 different leaks.
The trails that your feet follow. You know, like you get smoke or you get lightning. The names of those were leaked by someone, probably Epic, today, this morning, and they were. Every name is like something to do with time travelling. So.
Okay.
So how's that going to work on the map?
Well, they reckon it's going to be a whole new map. That's the other. That's the other theory.
But how's it?
There are lots of changes coming to the map.
Yeah.
Because one of the interesting ones I've seen is that they're going to flood the map.
That'd be cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
And some of the areas they open up look quite interesting. So there's a water park in it. But these are all just theories that have been put out. I haven't seen anything definite yet, but we find out on Thursday.
But it's a very smart move. To do this
and it's a good way to keep people in there.
Well, I'm going to jump back on it for Season 5 because I've got enough V-Bucks to buy the Battle Pass plus the extra 25 levels.
Yeah. Have you seen the amount of scams going for V-Bucks?
Oh, yeah.
It is disgusting.
Working in a school, it is disgusting, but it's also quite funny.
I can see that, yeah.
In a sort of, you get these kids coming in, I've got 5,000 V-Bucks. And you're like, really? Yeah, I just had to give this guy my email address and my mom's credit card codes. And you're just like... Brilliant.
Yeah. God, I mean, it's like you'll see them on the front page of YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like get 1 million V-Bucks in like 10 minutes, and it's like fuck off.
Yeah. The amount of ones who go stick a like on my channel and you'll get 5,000 V-Bucks.
Yeah. Hit this link in my description. 20,000 V-Bucks. Yeah.
Sure, Ali A must do it.
Oh, absolutely. King of it, isn't he?
King of it.
Have you play anything else today?
I've been playing a shit ton of board games, mate.
You have,
I've been playing a shit ton of board games.
What do you think it is? Am I right, Lewis?
You're talking to the guys busy painting miniatures to play Warhammer. I've spent every evening down Manor Gaming playing Dragon Ball Super.
Thank you for being with me on it. I'm with you. Cheers,
mate. I'll fly through what I've been playing, try and get through it in quick time. So, as I said, playing an hour of Origami. Really enjoyed it. I really want to play more of it.
You should play the story.
And I will play through it more.
Yeah.
I just need to. It's the kind of game that I need to, in my head, set aside. What would you say? 7 hours, 8 hours in the main story?
Yeah, about that.
So I need to set aside 2 sit-ins, and it's the kind of game that I want to get done in 2 sit-ins. I've been playing Divinity Original Sin with your brother.
Yep.
And your brother fucking hates me playing this game.
Yep.
We have had so much fun. I've had so much fun in the game.
You've been absolutely dick the entire time. Yeah.
We spent 2 hours getting through the tutorial section. So this game is fully D&D, like very in-depth stat sheets. Every interaction can come back and bite you in the arse. I mean, you can do things like talk to people, and then we can come away. We can have a conversation between ourselves on this game, and then how we have those conversations. Like Tom and I might end up in a fight against each other because we disagree, and then go back and then overall. Or Tom can go, "Oh, we're going to do this," and I can butt in halfway through and go, "I'm not with him. I don't know who he is." And then they fight him, and I literally stand to the side and watch him fight these guys in a row. The turn-based combat is...
You just turned him off straight away.
No, I already knew, don't worry.
The turn-based combat is
flagged it immediately.
Genuinely in-depth. Like, it's so in-depth.
Meaning it's even more boring.
No, enjoyably in-depth, where every move has to be so thought out. Like, if you make the wrong move, you're dead in combat, basically. Especially early on, same as D&D.
Yeah.
I'd rather just had an auto button. Like
but anyway, so we got to the first town.
That new Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So we got to the first town, and Tom and I were like, "Oh, we'll split up. You go look at something, I'll go look at something, and we go explore stuff and do anything interesting." So I went and spent some money and do all this stuff here. And I was like, "Oh, cool! There's a graveyard over here. What's this guy in?" I was talking to this like skeleton guy who was like, "My daughter was killed by this person."
Classic.
So then I went to this grave, and it was like, "Do you want to dig up the daughter?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I dug up the daughter. The daughter come up. The dad then attacked me and killed me.
What a surprise.
So then I was like, "Tom, you need to come revive me." He's like, "I've got no revive scrolls." So then he had to go buy revive scrolls. Because it was so early in the game, revive scrolls, you're not meant to buy them that early, are so expensive. So Tom had to go and farm to get money to come back and revive me. But where I died next to the skeleton, Tom walked in, then he got killed by the skeleton. So then we had to replay it all again. So I deliberately went and dug up the grave again. I was like, right, "Tom, I'm dead."
But
you fucker.
Let's finish this story, shall we? He then dies again.
Yep.
Tom has to use a revive scroll on him.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then Tom says to him, "I'm going to need money for that. I've just wasted all my money." And Lewis again, "No."
No, I did. I dropped one. I dropped 1 gold.
Yeah, he dropped 1 gold.
It was 1,500 gold. And I went, "Yeah, there's some money on the floor for me." And ran off. Because it just shows a pile of money. So he picked up and he was like, "1 fucking gold."
Your face is destined for so many punches.
But the best is, then I went and brought a sword with the money I had spared, but he can't buy one because he's spent it.
But do you want to know what's better? And one of the down points which I don't like about Divinity Original Sin, and one of the reasons I haven't played, because me and Luke were going to play it, is that you can't save your own character on your own. Yours gets saved.
You have to
with
choose.
Tom's.
So at the beginning, when you do a game, you have to choose multiplayer or solo player.
Right.
So if you choose multiplayer game, because we looked into it because Tom let us that, and after we looked into it, because the actual story is always the same, the game has to load up dialogue choices for you based on if it's a multiplayer or a single player game.
Yeah.
So you can't take your single player character into multiplayer, and you can't take your multiplayer character into single player.
That multiplayer character you have on Tom's one isn't yours. Tom can do whatever he wants with it, and you lose all your stuff basically. And I was like, that's not cool. Which is why, since you've not been on, Tom has completely looted your character and taken all your shit.
So why can't you make a character separately and then use it? I want to use him in solo. I want to use it in multiplayer.
Because Tom, so I don't know why you can't do that. I do know why you do that because
of the story.
It's a narrative-based story. So then, if I was to go to get to level 20 with Tom and then go to my own level, I would just walk past everyone. It wouldn't be part of the story.
Okay, fair enough.
But because Tom made the server on his account, the way that changes slightly is Divinity Original Sin 2. If you have a character made up from Divinity Original Sin, all right, the gear that doesn't carry over because the idea is you start from fresh.
Yeah.
You can carry your player over with the lore, even if it's on someone else's server. You can download that character.
That's pretty cool.
So that's quite
cool.
nice, but it is that irritating bit of I've got a character, and I've played games with my little brother for however 26 years now, and he's a shit. Right?
Are we talking Lewis level of
oh no. He's a whole new level.
Okay. Okay. I want to. That's a good baseline. Because Lewis is being an absolute fucking fucker. Yeah. So where's Tom? Is he like here?
Yeah, he's down there.
But no, it's good fun. We're gonna we literally smashing through the Crew 2. We've got about another 5 hours on the Crew 2 until we've literally 100%ed everything, and then we're going to go back and play it more.
The game's really cool, actually.
We need to... Jurassic Park skin.
Yeah.
The Jurassic Park skin was amazing,
designing of the
well, we'll talk about it more on next week, so we're going to do a Not So Indie show next week, but we'll talk more about it then. And the last game I played was The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. We saw this, we watched E3 together, didn't we, on my thing, and as soon as it got thingy, Dan was like, oh, it's alright, but I was like, oh my god, it's cool, it's Life is Strange, it's in the universe.
I was pretty interested when I saw it as well.
Can I just add something to that, though, before we move on? Literally every game that started, Lewis jizzed over. It was a case of, oh my god, that looks amazing. The Halo, I'm Halo started, and he was like, oh my god, that looks amazing. Then at the end it went Halo, oh, I don't like that. Another game started, oh my god, that looks amazing. Then it said it was something, no, I don't like that. Every game was a jizz game to him.
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
It was like listening to a 5-year-old in a sweet shop.
The thing is, I buy into hype quite easily. But holy fuck.
But anyway,
he doesn't have to buy it, he gets it free.
I want to get through this nice quickly. But the Awesome Adventure of Captain Spirit is when they come out and they said it was leaked afterwards. It's a kind of prequel to Life is Strange Season 2, which has been done by Don't Nod Again, like Deck 9.
Fuck for that. Fuck you, Deck 9.
One of the best thing about Awesome Adventure of Captain Spirit is it's free. Anyone can go play it now on PlayStation. Do you need to play Life is Strange 1? No, but there are some nice, clever nods to people who have played Life is Strange. There'll be character conversations you walk past.
It's set in Arcadia Bay.
Yes. Okay. So conversations you walk past or you'll talk to people about, you're like, oh, I remember that. They're talking about that person. I don't want to say what happens with it because it leads very nicely into what potentially could be Life is Strange Season 2.
Yeah, the main.
So it's really nice. It's 2 hours of Don't Nod's Life is Strange. So it's fun, it's playful, but it has that moral inspired storyline that every now and then he goes, ooh, that's a tough decision. What do I do? Like you had the odd one every now and then in Life is Strange. You're like, ooh, what do I do here? Whereas I found Life is Strange before the storm.
Girl die. That was cool.
But no, that's it. That's all I've played up apart from what you said there. But no, it's that's it. Should we go on to some news?
Let's do the news.
News.
It's
so,
the news.
4 pieces of news today. Up first, this pains me. This first bit of news actually pains me.
Why? This could be the solving of all your problems.
So, people who listen to us or follow us or follow me on social media will know that I was very excited to play a game called Past Cure back in February. We got the codes early. I got to review the game. I scored it a 4.5. It was one of my worst games of the year. It wasn't awful. It was just...
Well, I mean, the way you tell it.
What it had been billed to be and everything they showed off about it wasn't what the game was. That was the issue with it. It was just below okay. Not awful, but just below okay.
But potentially...
So, there's been a huge version 2 release. And they're calling it a version 2 overhaul. Now, this overhaul, and there's a trailer for it. You see the trailer up there now. Literally... by the looks of it, changes the game. There's like parts of it where I'm like, that wasn't in the first game. That looks amazing. So it adds new story sections.
Yeah.
It adds new areas to explore. It adds new abilities, which are a huge part of the gameplay because they were probably the best part of the game. It adds pretty substantially improved graphics and performance. And it adds new puzzles and riddles in those areas. What I like the look about it most is my favourite part of the game was the way it lent into the section or chapter 2 when it was very. Do you remember I said Silent Hill? It was very Silent Hill-esque. When it lent into those kind of horror nightmare sections, the game was fucking amazing. It was incredible. It was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. It only done that though for about 2 hours of the game. But this content here, a lot of the trailer looks to be even more of that. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to change a shit ending. I don't know how they're going to change a shit boss battle at the end. I don't know how they're going to change all the rest of the shit on the game.
So I want to make a request that you please play this and at least do like a spoken review on the podcast. I think you should play version 2.
What? I will play over a couple of weeks. But I'm so... It's like having a girlfriend that you're hugely in love with and cheats on you. And then you're asking me to go back and shag her again.
She's done some new moves.
2 months later.
I'm telling
That's
you,
what you're asking me to do.
she's been reading. She knows what to do now. All right, she can sort you out.
It's not she doesn't know what to do. It's
not-
the fact
the
that there's
problem is
hurt
that
there.
she
There's
hasn't been-
pain there.
Look,
There's emotional stress tied to it.
look.
I went for an emotional roller coaster playing that game. Anyway, do I think it's good they've overhauled this? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I hope it sells more copies? Yes. Do I hope it's good? Yes. Am I going to play it again?
No.
I don't want to.
You're gonna though.
Do you want me to?
I'm ordering you to.
Thing is,
As founder of
so the main
Incredible,
game,
I'm
the main
ordering
game
you to
took
play this
me,
game.
the main game took me 6 hours, and that was but that was with working out the puzzles and
Yeah.
I know those now.
Yeah.
So I could probably get through the main game in 4.5 hours. So I could play it again
I say,
over the next couple of weeks.
just buckle in. Just give it a go.
Okay, I'll play it again over the next couple of weeks.
It might
I'll
be
let you
really
know.
good now. It might be the game that you hoped it was going to be.
Maybe. Anyway,
She's changed, Lewis.
another piece of news. Another piece of news. Another site. Do you remember we watched the trailer a little while ago? They announced it. It
That
was,
non-trailer.
yeah.
we knew nothing about the game.
It was like a title card, and that was it.
It was it was a classic Nintendo with Metroid Prime 4. There's a logo. Another site has a new trailer.
Oh, and it's just so.
Oh my god, it's so much.
Kinda gameplay.
What is it? Is
I mean,
it
there's
like-
gameplay in it.
Sorry, I watched
I
it.
didn't
I
see
didn't
it.
see any gameplay.
Yeah, I didn't
oh
know.
no,
There's
no,
little,
there
there's
was.
little like
There was a
miss sections.
2-second moment.
There's little miss sections when you see like platforming.
Yeah.
This trailer's
No, he's
like
right.
10 seconds long.
35 seconds. But carry on.
And nothing happens in it, and it's shit. All right, look, people who
the
made
game-
this game? Who's making this game? Sorry,
Making this game
I think
is
Max- or is it Mark?
yeah,
Gosh,
God,
dude.
I can't remember.
an
Sorry,
arsehole, this guy, right?
I know.
I don't know either, but he's the arsehole.
So my annoying. Okay, carry
Make
on.
better trailers. Okay?
My annoyance
this
with
isn't
this
a
game-
trailer. This is just a title card. I just spat all over you.
My annoyance with this
But it's
is
just crap, innit?
the press releases I keep getting sent sound good.
Yeah.
The game sound good. And I was like, just show me what
The
it fucking
public
does.
don't get press releases.
No, they don't.
You can't put all your advertising into press releases.
So,
you need to do decent trailers. That
The
show
game.
gameplay.
Yeah.
I'll wrap up what it is then. So the
Do you
game
know then?
is
Okay.
based around 2 characters, Kit and
Sorry, I
Hodge.
thought you were rapping. I was about to drop a beat for you.
The game is based around Kit and Hodge. There's a young boy in a little tunnel.
Oh my god,
The tunnel
we sound more
collapses.
white right now.
How? Yeah.
So the gaze. Oh my god, I'm all over the
The
place
what?
now. Oh.
The gaze.
gaze?
Here he goes again.
God.
He's going to go.
It's against the gays.
He's going to cut it out. But every week he goes off on one about the gays, and he calls them the gays every time. Okay.
The gays.
Here he goes a fucking again. I guarantee it's going to be cut any minute now, and we'll all be in like different positions.
Anyway, the game is based around 2 characters, Kit and Hodge, and it's set in London 1899 in a kind of steampunky era. It's set around the building of the London Underground. And you're exploring the London Underground as Kit, a young boy.
Right.
I think it's a boy anyway. When the tunnel collapses and you're trapped. But a mysterious, magical kind of cat called Hodge finds you in the tunnel. And then them two kind of go off on a quest, an adventure to get out. It looked, the very little bit I've seen and the screenshots I've seen look a lot like... there's a game I played 2 years ago about an Eskimo with a little fox. In snow environment.
Yes. I don't know what you mean.
I really enjoyed it. It was like a 2-hour platforming game, puzzle game, called...
Quite cartoony.
Yeah. But that was really cool, because that had... You were going through, like, Alaskan lore, basically. And every time you finished a level, they had, like, a documentary-style 5-minute videos of Alaskans talking about, well, this is based around this part of the story, and now you're going to see this creature. And that was really cool. I'm not saying this will have it, but... The kind of the human-animal relationship looks very similar to...
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember what that game's called now. It begins with A.
That narrows it down.
Away with you? No.
I can't remember.
at all.
Yeah, anyway. But no, so it looks good. It looks cool. You can see the trailer up there. I'll play it through twice because it's very short. And it's
Very
coming
short. It'd be more than twice.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch later
Are you gonna put
this
the,
year.
another
That's
site
the
trailer
concern. This year.
This year.
And
We're still talking about another site at
Yeah.
the moment, mate.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to show 10 times in the background while we're doing this. Did you drift off to somewhere else, though?
Hey guys.
Hey! Welcome to the Incredible Podcast.
I'm on so many drugs.
Next bit of news.
Honestly, to get through this, it's hard. Have you met Lewis? No.
Next
You
bit.
haven't, because you'd be dead. You'd have ended it.
Next bit of news. Yes, a game that you guys really like. I liked before we get the hate come out and go. I liked it, apart from one issue with it. Yeah. But Grip's a game we've all played.
The thing is, I liked it, but I had problems with it. Just as an arcade racer, but you were like, it should be like a sim.
I didn't say it should be like a sim.
Yeah, you did.
I said it shouldn't have catch-up assist.
Which I find interesting because the Crew 2 has catch-up in. It's got rubber banding in it.
Only on hard mode now. The actual full release, only on hard mode. Normal mode, I'm winning by like 40 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Hard mode, it does have rubber banding.
Because when we did the beta, it was rubber banding.
Oh, it's hugely different.
Because I was nailing that shit.
So the
grip might be a lot different then.
So, well, it has. They've already emailed me deliberately saying they've made it so you can turn it on and off.
But that was you.
Probably.
I bet you were writing into them every week.
Basically, I developed the game.
You want to be in the credits.
Yeah. You should be in the credits, I agree.
Anyway, Grip is getting, and this is fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Grip is getting a car core mode, which is, so the game has 22 tracks. 19 of those tracks will have additional features in the car core mode, which will challenge players with substantial aerial stunts which require precision handling of the car.
Okay.
So you're
this is
basically.
What I was thinking it was going to be.
I don't know if it's going to be score based. I don't know if it's going to be time based. But it's going to basically be. Cause we will both race the game. It's very flat based. You're on the ground. Oh, fucking name grip tells you can grip to the ceiling. That's the idea.
But I avoided.
But all of a sudden, throwing up the fact that we're flying through the air, and there'll probably be something you have to go off a ramp, and then you have to flip 180 to land back, like you can kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This sounds great.
Yeah, so good.
This sounds great, apart from one very minor detail.
Go on.
One thing we all agreed on in the demo, you had shit control of your car in the air.
Yeah. If there was zero control.
Exactly.
It was bullshit.
But
the amount of times I was stopped.
No, I'm sure that's going to be different. But
I'm guessing what happened after that is because literally everyone was saying that was shit. That they went, yeah, we need to control this in the air.
Yeah.
And then they controlled it in the air and went, man, wouldn't it be great if we made this a parkour style? You've got to hit these points. And yes, they're right. That's brilliant. Yeah. If they can make it like Deadcore. Do you remember Deadcore? I reviewed it. They could do that. That was a first-person jump about.
You had to go up a spire, didn't you?
Yeah, I fucking love that game. I'm still playing that game. That's a game I jump back to every now and again. Wow. Just to piss myself off before going, I'm never playing this again, and then like a week later go back.
Like, for you, that's incredibly high praise.
Yeah, that is, yeah. But I love that sort of challenge because there are times when you can string it together and you do feel like a god.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Grip go in that direction, that you are that pixel perfect.
See, what I thought it was going to be when you first described it a while ago, it was, I thought you were going to have like areas of like, where you could perform tricks. Like,
no. So the whole new tracks.
Where you do loads of tricks and you have to gain points to do it.
So it's the whole new track to optimise. Now I want it to be score based purely because I've played a lot of arcade races that are time based, but now your new challenge is controlling the car in the air, and they can get very boring. What I like, or what your brother and I like so much about the Crew, is the versatility. The fact that I go, I'm fucking bored of racing now, let's go fly some planes through some canyons and go get some points doing that.
Yeah.
Let's go on the powerboats and jump through the Everglades and skip around the islands and get time to that. The fact that there's that versatility there, otherwise it's just another Need for Speed. Like, I've just paid for Need for Speed playback. It's an okay to good game. It's perfectly fine. The Crew is better than that because it gives you that versatility. And I hope this has, although it's a racing game, I'm going to go rack up some score now. I'm going to go do time trials now. I'm going to go race online now. Like, gives that versatility. That's what I'd like to see with it. I don't want it to be another time trial with aerial obstacles. That's what I want.
Yeah. You should be getting scores based on
the
kind of tricks you do.
Kind of mixing that Tony Hawk aspect to
you do combos of
this difficult precision
give them all
movement.
weird
flying off a
stuff,
thing. If you can control a car, there's nothing wrong with flying off a ramp and hitting a 360, 540, 10, well not 540 because you'd be going back your way, or a 720 in the air and then carrying on and hit it perfectly, you get a perfect score and that classic kind of thing. Yeah. Hit a barrel roll in the air, things like that. But
do a barrel roll.
I played Charles Fuge, by the way. That was another one I forgot.
Yeah, I fucking love that game. I'd play that again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For that. Thank you for that reaction. So I have played Flash games better than that. Flash games in the same vein of a bike where you lean back and forward. To
is it because you're not very good at it?
You just go on the Newgrounds and you'll find games that do it better.
You're not very good at it.
I'm okay at it.
So I went back on it because I was like, oh, I want to play Trials Future. It was after E3 they showed a new one.
Yeah.
I downloaded it, I went back on it, and I was like, oh, I've finished everything. I realised I literally done everything.
There's
I
a
was
lot you can buy on that game.
I was
Holy
like,
fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Yeah.
I couldn't believe how much there was. I thought that's a bit much, a bit too much.
unicorn bike. Of course.
I'm more interested. I'm going to go back to see user-made levels because I know people do some really
They're
crazy
really
stuff
good.
with fusion tracks and
Yeah.
trials tracks. Sorry.
But the servers, I downloaded it straight away when they gave it away for free.
Yeah, that's why I
And
got
fuck me, the servers were struggling.
it. Were they?
Yeah, like loading the game
This
up, I
is
was like,
just
oh my
like the
god.
second or third time they've given it away for
Yeah.
free.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They keep doing that at the moment. They're like, oh, here's our new games. It's like, I've already got that one from you. I've got that one from you. I've got thank fuck Absolver's on there.
Yeah.
At least there's a new game I can
That's
play.
really lame.
And the last piece of news is
Oh yeah, we're talking about grip.
Fear the Wolves. You and I spoke about this. This was the last podcast we've done.
Was it the last podcast?
Yeah, because
I
it was like just
ages
before
ago.
E3 and it was announced just before E3.
Not
But you've
impressive.
seen a trailer, haven't you, for it? Have you seen a trailer for it?
Yes, I've seen trailers.
So we both compared it to Hunt the Showdown.
Yeah.
Whereas Hunt the Showdown, I played Hunt the Showdown in 3 matches. One of the matches was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced in my life.
We were saying, of course,
Gave me
that
nightmares.
Showdown was
The whole
far
fucking
superior.
Oh yeah,
We've
because
seen this in a generic.
so you had to get together, kill the main objective, which was a creature,
Yeah.
a fucking demonic spider.
Oh,
Fuck that shit.
horrific.
It was horrible.
Just videos of that creep me out.
And then
In a house
Gets
with a lot
his
of
chopper.
spiders.
but this one is effectively you get to the chopper. Get to the chopper.
That was an amazing impression.
Yeah.
But from both of you.
Yeah, we're
Then I watched that film the other day.
Oh, so good.
Predator.
I prefer to get to see.
The handshake. It's just so good.
my favourite is I'm a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Really?
It's just like, oh, I fucking love that line.
Is it really much better than I ain't got
Have
time
you-
to bleed?
Have you?
No, it's still sexual I'm a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
I'm
What
guessing-
is that?
complete tangent
come
here,
on.
before we go back
Yeah,
through
no,
the wall.
tangents are what
You
I think, isn't it?
have you guys seen like there's like 10 things you didn't know about Predator making? Have you seen these?
I may have seen some.
Have you seen the original Predator monster?
Yeah!
No.
Have you not?
No.
Oh,
who
my
is
god!
it?
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's it, yeah.
So
What?
the
Yeah.
original monster is this orange lobster-looking thing. Like no word of a lie.
It is so shit.
I'll put a picture of it up there. People see it. It's an orange lobster thing with these fucking tentacles.
It is
and
bizarre.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's in it, but he constantly apparently was arguing with the producers. He's like, "I want to do kung fu. I want to do martial arts." And they're like, "You're a monster." So he's like jumping over logs, like,
Are you
And then-
sure this isn't a piss take?
no,
No,
honestly.
honestly.
And then
that is
the
original
film was
production of
supposed
the
to
film.
release 6 months before it did because they stopped filming and they were like, we need to fix this. Like they realised after in the editing process, wasn't it? They literally filmed the whole film. They then realised in the editing process how fucking stupid the orange lobster doing karate running around the forest looked.
But what a fucking fix.
So
though.
then, but they all come in with James Cameron. James Cameron was on the plane with I can't know who directed it. He was the guy who directed it, and
remember his
he
name.
basically said, "I've always wanted." He showed him pictures of Independence Day aliens, and he said,
Oh,
"I
that can't be
whoa,
right
whoa, whoa.
because that movie came out many
Yeah.
years after.
It did, but Cameron is he's known, isn't he, for having films like Avatar was planned 20 years before it released. Like
Yeah, no.
But
No.
I've not heard this.
These are
so,
not
so basically the sketches of the Independence Day. I don't know if it's gonna be Independence Day, but he was sketching aliens anyway for a film,
Right.
Which ended up being basically the Independence Day aliens. But he said it won't fit in these sketches. But I've always wanted to make a creature with the things on his mouth, like the teeth,
Yeah.
and opens up. So then he drew some sketch for the guy, showed it to him. Then they called James Cameron in and was like, "Do you want to help us make this costume?" And then fucking made the Predator costume.
Which is
and,
an amazing alien design.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture in a minute, but the original one is fucking hilarious.
It's terrible.
That's the thing.
It's honestly, it's like a Muppet.
Yeah,
It's
You-
awful.
You can't believe that it was literally filmed the whole thing with it. You couldn't believe that.
It's so bad.
Another stat randomly because that video is amazing.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's a machine. Did you hear about their training schedules? So he would get up 2 hours before they started filming in the fucking Mexican jungle. They would run for an hour, lift weights for an hour, film for 10 hours, lift weights for an hour, run for an hour, get 3 hours sleep, do it all over again.
Ugh.
But they were talking about
What a horrible
all
existence.
of them were doing that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Because they all started
But you
especially
see,
with
yeah,
each
so
what's his
other.
name?
you can see the beginning of
What's
the
the name
film,
of the guy?
the black guy.
Yeah.
Web-
Apollo Creed.
Winters.
Yeah.
Weathers, Sean Weathers. Aaron
maybe.
Weathers? No.
I don't know. Apollo Creed.
But no, he.
Yeah, but it's the Apollo Creed, yeah.
But yeah,
because he is as jacked as Arnie.
You see
They're
some
all
of them.
fucking huge.
You see some of them at the beginning, and then towards the end of the film, where it's been filming over like 3 months.
Yeah.
They look so much more ripped towards the end than they do at the beginning. But yeah, random facts there.
And back to indie games.
Yeah.
Predator again, so
I literally watched the other day. I was watching that making of, and I was like, "This game feels
my best
so
Arnie
fucking
impression.
Fear the walls. Fear the walls, boys.
Fear the walls.
That's my best Arnie.
So Fear the Wolves is basically set in a kind of jungle like Predator.
Well, it's a forest more than a jungle, isn't it?
Yeah, forest, I suppose. Where
It's Chernobyl, isn't it?
So it's Chernobyl. So
Yeah.
the idea is you need to find. The trailer looks like you need to find the gas mask early on to survive. You find a gas mask. There's a helicopter. You can only got one seat on the helicopter, so you need to kill the other people to get there. But there are animals lurking in the mutated animals lurking in the forest. The first animal that's coming out at release,
That's what
kind of obvious,
This is the idea.
is the wolves.
They're gonna
Right,
add,
yeah.
But they're going to
animals.
add other animals, and they're going to cycle the animals.
This is the thing,
weekly.
though. Is it? If it's called Fear the Wolves, they're going to change it to Fear the Pigeons and
Fear of the pigeon.
You know.
Oh, that shit! It's like being in London.
Alfred,
They're gonna change this
Alfred
every time.
Hitchcock's going to.
Yeah.
Fear the birds.
Copyright strike on their stuff.
Yeah.
But no, so I mean, I don't want to hate on the game for it's come out, but it's another battle royale game. Like the only,
I am fully hating on it. Only because I'm just not impressed at all.
no, I mean,
It doesn't feel like anything more.
a
than,
battle royale game.
Give me some money, please.
A battle royale game
If
has
they're
to
going
be
to use that
something
money to fund a more original
Yeah.
game, then fine. But it's a bit.
I'm going to get back onto that idea in a bit when we talk about our final.
Okay, but
Okay,
final
cool.
things.
BR
Yeah.
games or battle royale games need to interest anyone now, me or you guys well, have to give something new. That's why I quite like that Not My Car, because the whole driving around in a car, blowing up other cars, who doesn't want to fucking do that? It's just
It's a
nice
bit
and easy.
different,
Yeah. Same as that's why I like the Darwin project, because it's only 10v10 and it's a different aesthetic, it's a different gameplay
You've got new
mechanics
things
to it.
in
There's a
there,
survival element to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I'm playing H1Z1 is because friends are playing it.
Yeah.
If that
Just
was the case, I would
releasing
never download
another
it.
FPS battle royale game, it's gonna drown. I hate to say it, but I just don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, it will.
But anyway,
It
off to
will
that.
get some
If
money,
you
but not
can't
enough.
attract the kids into it, which is what Fortnite can do, and Paladins will be able to do, or whatever the hell they're calling that one, I can't remember now.
Paladin Royale.
Yeah.
No, it's called something else.
Pala Royale.
Pala Royale. Let's call it Pala Royale. That's not what it's called. But if they're just going to die, because the ones who like that more realistic one, they're on PC and playing it already.
They're playing
far
PUBG.
better. Yeah.
Well,
Playing, the
reason we're speaking about-
Showdown? Was it?
Hunter Showdown.
Yeah.
The reason we were speaking about Fear the Wolves is because it is coming to early access on July the 18th. It's not free, I don't think. But anyway, it's coming to early access on July the 18th on PC
How
and
can you
release
release a battle royale that's not free now?
on
I was about to say,
PC
have to give it a go. but
and
not
other
anymore.
consoles.
for it,
and other consoles in 2019.
Oh, too late.
Should we go on to our
It's
main-
gonna be
By
dead.
that point, I'll be
Should
dead.
we go on to our main,
Yeah.
main topic?
Let's do it.
Dan will have reached old age and
I'd
died.
I'd have just gone, fuck it, by that point, and given in. I'm gone.
So, main topic this week is going to be, we're talking about, it's now over halfway through the year. We've all gone through, I said, look, because I didn't realise I'd pressed record. I was trying to see if the camera was flashing. But it is. We've obviously played indie games throughout the year, but we're going to talk about two games that we haven't played yet, for whatever reason. Maybe we're waiting for them to come on sale. Maybe we're waiting for them to be available on other consoles. But we're going to pick two games that we want to play, go back and play from the first half of the year. Who wants to go first, lads?
I'm going to go last.
You're going to go last.
I guess I'll go first.
Go on then, Tom.
Mine are both quite recent-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're Vampire.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've shown this a million times, haven't we?
Yeah,
I love Don't Nod, and the whole concept of it I've always thought looked really cool. It seems cool. Cool vampire game. Are they frequent anymore? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
What was the last vampire game you remember? Good one, anyway.
Soul Reaver.
Yeah.
That was
heard of
a
that?
fucking
Alright.
good game.
Or was it Kane? Was that Vampire? That wasn't Vampire.
That was the same sort of series.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
same series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the last Vampire game.
So it could be good.
Very mixed reviews on that as well.
I see. I've been staying away from all that. 'cause I
Yeah,
wanna make my
very
own
mixed
opinion.
reviews. Between 6s and the 9s.
That's weird.
I
That's
know.
a weird mix.
Yeah.
That's like fucking
Some of the smaller websites have given it, who I
Trust more.
Pure reason I trust more is their reviews are up later, so I feel like they've actually
played it,
maybe played it,
and haven't received £100 to
they're scoring
write a review that says well done.
slightly higher, and some of the most of the big publications are sticking around the high 6s, mid 7s.
Oh, they didn't get enough money.
Yeah,
you got to pay them more if you want those scores.
But I'd rather put money into the game. So
yep, and because at the moment it's £45, but it will be on sale before the end of the year.
That's the thing. Yeah, I will play it eventually. It's just. I've always,
I feel like someone needs to play it before the end of the year.
I mean, I've been waiting for this for like a year, didn't I?
Yeah.
When we first announced, I was really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to really say about it. I've just spoken about this one to death, haven't we?
Well, there's everyone we're talking about is trade up there, so people know what we're talking about. But it is available Xbox, PC, PS4.
Yeah.
About £45.
So what's your other one?
My one is Forgotten Anne.
Oh, yeah.
Because I played that at Res. And even though the sound was fucking atrocious and I can't get over that because the headphones were terrible.
It was shit,
It was so bad.
It's my second best game of the year.
Well, there you go. It was just great. The small snippet I played, I really loved. I loved even the cutscene at the
puzzles.
I was like, that's
fucking
beautiful.
hard at the end. Like, get really hard.
Good. I prefer that. I don't want the puzzle to be like, okay, yeah, easy.
Done.
You want at least a small challenge. But yeah, I love the aesthetics. The gameplay was
fun
at
the moment.
Is it?
$11.99.
I did get paid a couple of weeks ago.
So
a little bit of moolah at the moment.
Again, that's PlayStation, Xbox, and I would be very surprised if they don't announce something for the Switch.
Shall I just go for it? Just get it?
It's up to you.
I might as well.
It's pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's very good.
Yeah, well, I really want to play it. It just looks great. It looks like the kind of. It's what I want a lot of indie games to be.
I have the soundtrack on my phone. That's how good the soundtrack is.
Hell yeah!
I downloaded it on Apple Music.
I'm gonna wait till I get a new soundbar because I don't want to use headphones when I play it. I've got really shit soundbar at the moment. I'm having a whole sound issue problem. I shouldn't vent about it here.
It's ironic. I'll talk about you work in a.
Oh, don't fucking hell! I'll get into that in the post show. It's a whole thing. For me.
Cool.
But basically, I'll wait till I have good sound to play that because if the music's that good, I want to
Forgotten
Anne
and
Vampire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll go next. 2 games I want to play. I actually played one at EGX Res because I wanted to play it. It released very early in the year, around the same time as Celeste, end of January, beginning of February. I just didn't get time to play it. I was playing so many other games. And it's Iconoclasts. It's the kind of Metroidvania, 2D scrolling Metroidvania. Plays a mechanic who's been taken off into this weird kind of crazy world, and it just looks really fun. And everything I've seen on people talking about on Twitter is always positive. Like, wow, this game blew me away. What I played on EGX Res, I was like, oh, this is really cool. But I didn't want to. I've played 10 minutes. I didn't want to play anymore because I was like, nope. I'm happy that I know the game's fun now. I just need to find time to play it.
The weird thing was when I saw screenshots first, and I was like, nah.
Yeah,
but
it looks generic. Screenshots look generic.
Then I saw gameplay of it, and I was actually, it's like good fun. I actually do want to play that game.
No, and yeah, exactly that. And I will play it definitely before the year's out. And the other game I actually have installed on my PC.
So you're right there.
I'm right there to play it. I just haven't had time to play it. Yeah, and that's Moonlighter, which is where you double up as you're the shopkeeper. Next to the magical gate where adventurers go through this gate to go slay monsters and go on adventures. So you sell stuff to the adventurers that you need to go into the thingy to go get relics to sell in your shop. So you're kind of half shop simmy kind of stuff, adding stock, making prices up, bartering, selling stuff. But then at night you go into the portals and slay the monsters and get that stuff to go back and do it again. 2
seats down from Flashing Lights.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Is it the same? No, it's not.
No, it's not Excalibur. No. But no, they're the games. Moonlighter I'll probably play this summer, guaranteed. Iconoclasts is a game that will be on sale at some point. I think I saw it on sale a couple of weeks ago and it was down to $6.99. Yeah. I'll grab it straight away then and I'll play through it then.
I get a feeling I'll probably play Vampire like in the autumn. I can feel it coming. That's probably when I'll play it. It's the right time.
Maybe they'll give it away as a free game.
Halloween.
Imagine.
That'll be like a discount Halloween, surely.
Yeah, there will be a Halloween discount.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
probably £20 or something.
I'll give it that.
Pretty good. Go on then, Dan.
Right, so we're talking about games that have released, yeah? And these are
games
that we've been like, wow, they're really good, I want to play them.
Even if you said the bad, but you still want to play it.
I still want to play it. Yeah? So that's what we're looking at here.
This worries me. When you do this...
It's called None.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
None.
Not
Celeste.
Not that I haven't played.
Not Celeste.
No. Do I want to play another generic, let me try and speedrun a platformer? No, I've seen those since 1985, thank you very much.
Yeah, but it's a story.
It's a story. Fucking no, it's not. It's the same shit I've seen for years. Right,
Mum and Dad are
1998 was the last time I was like sitting there going, oh look, here's some original games. And then we had a massive gap of boring shit, and then we had original games, and then we had a massive gap, and then we had original games, and we're sitting here in another point where I've sat watching this year go by going, I've seen that game before, I've seen that game before, they've done fuck all new with that game, here's another game they've announced that is exactly like every other game. Last year we had some games who did interesting things with the genre. We had games that, yes, were a lot like things we played before, but have done a nice little twist. This year we've had nothing. We've had the same games pumped out doing the same shit with no new mechanics, and I am bored to fucking tears with
You make a really good point, honestly. As a young lad, I think a lot of games these days get a pass on being innovative, right?
Yeah.
Because younger people don't know that they're,
Just a rip-off of...
Yeah, taking a lot from previous games, like NES games and all that. So I guess, for me, they seem new.
Yeah.
Things like Celeste, like I like the look of Celeste. I think it seems really cool, but...
I think Celeste is a very well-polished game.
But surely it is not.
But I've played it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Though I've never played it.
I don't love Celeste
I've played it.
because the platforming. I love Celeste because the narrative in it.
I'm sorry, if I go for just a narrative, I'll buy a book.
But it's just...
And I'll read something by a fully paid author whose entire focus has just been...
Yeah, but the narrative... But that's not interactive. That's not you...
I'll have a wank while doing it. There you go. It's interactive.
I don't want to give away spoilers for Celeste, but the whole struggle with it goes... It's really hard to explain without playing it.
How do you feel about games like Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain and all that? How do you feel about that? Because that is a narrative.
No, I like those.
Yeah.
I think Beyond Two Souls was a brilliant game, and when it came out, I was like, here we go, we're doing something with the genre. They're taking ideas. I mean, it's like, I love Cat's Quest, but you take that as a game, you just look at the basics of the game, it's something I played 1,000 times before, but what they did was they played a nice little twist on it. They went, this is a child's adventure. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it easy to interact with, and we're going to make it bounce along with the music. What they did with that very basic thing was made it interesting and did something new with it. I haven't seen that happen yet this year with what's been released. And that's my important bit, because what I'm really looking forward to... I know you've seen
things at Rares that aren't
Disco
released,
Elysium, I cannot wait to play.
Yeah.
That is a game that I'm like, shit, this is going to be brilliant, because just playing that for a little bit, I was like, that blew me away as a game. I was like, I'm going to spend hours playing this, and not just once. Because I'm going to do that first run through where I do everything war. I'm going to make the woman run away and I get done for me.
That's good if you want to have sex.
And, that's what you're going to do. And then next time I'm going to play through and I'm going to be all caring and loving and shit, and all of that lot. And
that's my first
it was so well written in it. And like you're saying, story-wise, the game, yes, it's a generic, I'm looking at it from that sort of top-down kind of view, slightly off. It's... The game-wise, it's something I've seen before, but how they presented that game and what they've done with that game is new.
Yeah.
And that's what I haven't seen in the first part of the year, which is why there are no two games that have come out so far this year that I've gone, I really want to play that.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm getting sent stuff all the time, and I'm just writing emails back to people going, no, I'm good, cheers, mate.
I kind of agree, but not fully. I agree because... You're right, they are like 99% of the games that come, especially indie games, because indie games are made by people who loved games in their childhood and are trying to sort of recreate that sort of love for the games with new people.
Yeah.
And but I think that's new enough for some people. Not to be straight copies, but like Celeste.
Oh yeah.
Celeste that is a Metroidvania. Yeah, I'm correcting. Yeah.
No,
it's not. Is it not?
No, it's a platform.
It's a platform.
That's what I'm thinking of. Then.
It's like Iconoclast Metroidvania.
Okay. Well, it takes that kind of style, but it's not a straight copy, and because it's not trying to be identical, it's enough for most people. Like new people coming to games to enjoy
I think
it.
if I was new to the whole realm of gaming, I'd be sitting there going, "Yeah, there were all these great. There was Celeste. There's all of this lot." But because I've come from decades of doing it now.
Yeah, but
I do sit there thinking, as if I had the skill to be able to make a game, I'd be making something new,
which is
something
better.
interesting and different,
which is much
and
better.
out there is Dawson's Creek Breakfast Club game, which actually I'm looking forward to playing.
A new game.
But
I'll talk about it post-show.
Points.
Points.
Not Dawson's Creek. We'll get into that post show.
Keep coming.
If you're an indie developer and you're making a game, you're wanting to do something new. There's an idea you've had. There's a game you played. There's something you like, and you've gone, actually, I don't like how that's done. I want to make it better. I want to do something different, something challenging, something that's out there. And I don't think we've had that this year. I think we've had lots of people going, you know what? I really like platform games. I'm going to make a platform game. Oh, do you know what? I really like Metroidvania games. I'm going to make a Metroidvania game. Oh, what's different about yours? Oh, well, instead of him being a vampire killer, he's a donkey killer. Fuck you, donkey. Taking Jesus into Nazareth, you prick. Oh, down you go. You know.
Well, I think that they're new enough for people my age. I know it sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've known about Metroid and Castlevania since I was like 10. Because the internet, you know, people I love on the internet love these games, and I know about them. And I watch gameplay, and I enjoy them in a different way.
Yeah.
But I think people, not to say everyone, I'm not one of those people who's like this generation, but a lot of people in my age group will, because AAA games have always been a certain way for us. They've always been FPSs. They've been third-person platforms.
Yeah, your sports ones.
There's a trend.
Exactly. Yeah. But whereas obviously your guys' age, AAA games back in the day were platformers. They were Metrovanias. That's how they were.
Yeah.
RPGs.
Well, they're still RPGs, but better. And whereas now, when indie developers come out with these games that are ripping off older games, it works
back.
well for younger people, I think.
But my issue
It's
with
new
that
for them.
is
Because
surely
sucks.
if you were going to go back and you were going to make Mario again,
Mm-hmm.
so you're going to make Mario 3 again, and you're like, right, I'm going to go back and do that.
Yeah.
You'd do something new with that idea. Whereas a lot of what's happening is, trust me, the modern platformers are better than the old ones. Going back and playing on my SNES and playing some of these platformers, you're
They
like,
work, but they're harder to play.
They're harder to play because you've got to be so precise. There's more leeway in these ones.
I mean,
though they
you
also
go back,
allow for that precision.
You can go back 10 years and play a game and it's harder to play. It still works, but it's harder to play.
So, I mean, we've got an improvement in the ability to play these games and how we go about and do it, but there's nothing new there. There's nothing there that states that we are, apart from graphically and the inputs, there's nothing else there that states we are 30 years further in the future. I do not feel like I've sat in a DeLorean and gone to 2015.
Do you think there's too much nostalgia in developers? Do you think they try too hard to recreate what they played as a kid?
I think there is too much fear of doing something new because you've got to recuperate costs.
Right.
There is a fear that I can make a new game and I can push limits very little bit. If I don't make back all this cash I've spent in this, because they've got to live. And don't get me wrong, I think developers should be making these platform games for you guys so you get to experience what we got to as kids.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the question was, what 2 indie games do I feel like I must play at the end of this year? Well, none.
None of them.
That have been released.
They've been released so far.
And that was the big bit I needed to make clear, because there are some games coming out that I'm like, I know.
Oh,
God. You know what? Yeah, I want to play Ooblets. I do want to play Ooblets.
10-10.
Oh, yeah.
That's not this year. That's not this year.
No, wait for 10-10.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Oh, don't worry.
How did you forget about that, man?
Don't worry. I backed it and got free codes.
But there's all sorts of games that are coming out that I'm like, oh, I want to play that.
10-10 reached its Nintendo Switch goal.
Hey.
Did it really?
Congratulations.
Well done, guys.
Pokemon MMO on the Switch that isn't Pokemon.
Oh.
Are they going to allow it? That's the thing.
Yes. Nintendo seem to just be like going, at the moment.
Yeah, whatever. Just put it on there.
But the thing is, Pokemon's always going to sell over that,
they don't really have to worry about it, do they?
No. Cool.
So there you go,
That's a fair point. It is a fair point.
I
think
I agree.
people who watch this, or again for social media, will know I'm a lot more like kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
Something comes out and it's shiny. It's
He
new.
wants to play it. Yeah, let's do it.
True, yeah.
And I am a narrative whore. Like
I am as well.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not saying
as
Dan
people
isn't,
we're
but
on a scale.
I think so. Yeah.
I love a good narrative. I think a game
we all
needs a
do,
good
don't we?
narrative,
Yeah.
but I'm harder to please than you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're easily pleased. You're mid-range.
Yeah.
And I'm the old curmudgeon who's like, you've got to do better, guys.
Which I think is really good that we've hit
that sort of.
It's really like it works really well for all of us.
But yeah, that is the end of the Incredible Podcast, episode 49. Now, as
Back, baby.
I said at the beginning, next week is episode 50, meaning our patrons, Trev and Brian, they get we got old Tom Cruise over here.
I thought you had two sets of shades on.
You have to do the whole
glasses.
looking over the top of the eyes, the cool risky business.
It doesn't work with
risky
the
business. Do you do risky? Probably doesn't know risky business, does he?
No, he's too young.
What was that? 1837.
It's
old
around
fucks,
that.
am I right, kids?
I think it was 82.
Am I right, kid? Beano with the group just showed
Am I right,
himself.
fellow kids?
But no, yeah, next week is episode 50. So the Patreons will be getting an exclusive, and it will only be released on Patreon for $1 Q&A. Trev, Brian has already sent for his questions.
Has he really?
Yeah, Trevor's going to send for his questions. But yeah, we're going to be talking completely Q&A, complete honest, ask anything you want as a patron, and we're answering that. So that's what you'll be getting post-show next week, patrons. So if you want to be on that, $1 over on Patreon, patreon.com/Incredible, we'll get you that. Again, apologies for the 4-week break, but we're back now. We're back on a weekly basis. And next week we're filming the first of a while, not so indie show. So that'll release to everyone else in 3 weeks' time. Patrons, everyone else in 2 weeks. Patrons in 1 week. Yeah, so that is it. As always, again, I've been Lewis, Tom.
I've been
Dan.
Tom, so I've batted a fly.
You can see our name, social media at the bottom.
Please follow me. I tweeted 3 times this month.
You did, and you'll talk about the World Cup. He knows lots about it.
I did. I know so much. Oh, Dele Alli, he's a guy.
So yeah, until next week, guys.
Doesn't that sound like a sandwich place, though?
Doesn't it?
Welcome to Dele Alli. You can pick your sandwich from any of these
Why
street
do
vendors.
they call him that? I don't understand why they
It's his
say
name.
that. But like, if the back of his shirt says Deli, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do
Because
say
they don't
Dele
want
Alli?
to say Deli all the
They're
time.
allowed to say, as a player, you can choose what you want on the back of your shirt. It's like Aguero isn't Kun Aguero,
Right.
but he has Kun Aguero. Chikorito isn't his surname. Chikorito means little P in Mexican, but it's his nickname as a kid.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, cool.
So
Good for that. Good. Thanks for the answer.
Anyway, let's finish the show.
Yeah, that is it. Until next week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Patrons, stay around for post show, and goodbye.
See ya.
Weekend of birdies.
Belgium have won the
Oi. Holy shit.
own goal. Fernandinho.
Own goal. Ooh.
Brazil have always been crap at defending.
So-
Anyway, what were we going to talk about at the end?
My
You
soundbar.
want to talk about your sound?
Oh, your sandbar. What's going on with your sandbar?
Right.
Now that the flies have joined us.
Yeah, well, it's window open. In my dog sheets and.
I've had a bit of a time with soundbars. I had a Sony soundbar before. It was not special, but it had obviously the soundbar and a subwoofer. So it was nice enough that things sounded good when I watched them. Movies sounded good. Music sounded okay. And it just died. It was like, nah, you know what? I'll just die. And then I thought first it was the remote. I thought the remote it's very worn, my remote. So I was like, it's probably broken. I've tried to change the batteries, it doesn't work. I'll buy.
Did you do the rubbing the back?
Yeah, I did.
You get the batteries,
spinning
give them a bit of spin.
and
Yeah,
everything,
okay.
Stupidly, I was like, oh, it's probably the remote. And not thinking about it, I could test the remote because it also turns on Sony TVs.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't think about that. I just thought it's probably a remote. I'll buy a new remote. I thought I'll buy a new Sony remote. I won't buy a third party one.
Yeah.
Because I want it to work.
Yeah.
So I bought a Sony remote for £25. A remote this big, guys, teeny tiny remote.
Yeah.
Known in my house as the tiny remote.
Right. Nice.
I'll be like, have you seen the tiny remote? And everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? And didn't work. Didn't work because the soundbar's broken, not the remote. So I've got 2 perfectly fine Sony remotes for this soundbar. And I was like, fuck's sake, I'm going to have to buy a new soundbar. I don't want to get it repaired. I can't be arsed. I'll just get a new one. So I'm doing all this research, which is quite hard, by the way, researching a soundbar. It's not like researching a phone or a TV. No one does reviews for soundbars. What hi-fi? That's it.
Oh, okay. Brilliant. Sounded like you were going into a list there, mate.
Yeah,
You
no,
really
that
did
was a
sound
list.
like
It was
okay.
a list of one. There's what like occasional website will do for the odd soundbar, and I was researching for ages, and then because I work at a speaker company, some might know, Brian probably, he knows I work at a speaker company, and one of the sales guys, Rob, he has connections with people in the industry.
Yep.
And I know there's a company called Seven Oaks who sell stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'd want this one or this one. Can you give me a discount? And Rob being Rob, what a lad, nice guy, but fucking hell. He's like, well, are you sure? Maybe do some research, do what kind of soundbar you want. Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want this? Do you want that? It's like, I told you the ones I wanted, Rob. Give me one of them. And he made me like go away. He's like, think about it over the weekend, Tom. And I've been thinking about it for like 2 weeks anyway. I was like, yeah, okay, Rob, whatever. I come back and I'm like, look, just get me the Yamaha one. And he's like, well, I actually know people at Yamaha, so I can talk to them. I was like, fine, Rob, do that. It's been a month and a half. It's been a month and a half since then, and I've been using my old, like, Goodman's soundbar, no subwoofer, absolute piece of shit, and I hate it. It's just the worst. I just hate it so much, and I have to use it, because the TV sound is even worse. If I don't use the soundbar, I can't hear what people are saying. It's like... I'm just really angry about it.
I can tell, man.
It's just cut me deep.
I thought I was the one who got livid during these things.
Well, it's annoying. I know he's doing me a favour, and he did talk to them, and at first it was like, well, I'm waiting on a reply, and it's like, well, fine, whatever. But then it was like 3 weeks went by, and he's like, yeah, just working out prices. It's been like 2 weeks since then. I just want a soundbar. I wish I just didn't speak to him. I wish I just bought the soundbar, guys.
Let's go buy
It's going to be alright. Just
It's too late now because he's working it out with them.
No, it's not. You just turn around and go, sorry, dude, you were way too late.
I can't do that because it will give him bad reputation and it will affect the company.
So I'm sorry, mate. You took too long.
Can't do that.
I cancelled the order.
I'm sure he's doing it in his name as well.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's being like, I want this and I want that. Because he can't be like, my mate. Because it's a bit shitty in it to ask companies for that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Unless you do it for yourself. But yeah. It's been an emotional month and a half because of this. And I just thanks for letting me vent.
That's all right, mate.
That's what we're here for, mate.
That's what our patrons pay for. A little bit of counselling time.
Calm down.
Okay, cool.
We've got like 3 or 4 minutes left.
3 or 4 minutes.
I should tell Tom about my game.
What game? Oh, yeah. Oh, you should tell Trev about it as well.
Should. So, although there's not been there's no indie credible content for 3-4 weeks, I have made pretty good progress developments-wise.
How's your coding going?
This is what he's talking about.
Not bad, actually. Yeah, not bad at all. So, I have been playing around with Unity a lot. Started off with pre-made assets and then kind of going into the code and changing code to see what worked, what didn't work. I created my own asset in Blender. Very simple person. Like, literally, we're talking PlayStation 1, like, looks like they're from a PlayStation 1 game, but I made them. And then animated them in Unity to run, and then played around with that for a good fucking probably 6 hours, just learning to run. Tom, his brother, was like, I could have probably done it in about half hour for you, mate. I was like, yeah, but I need to learn it. So I've done that, play around with it. And then I sat down and I was like, I need to think of an actual game. I need to make a fucking game I want to make. And I was like, I'm not doing this as a profession. I'm not doing this to make money. This is going to be realistically a 2 or 3 year project, like making a game. Mm-hmm. I need something that I'm not going to get burnt out on and saying that I want to do. What, like Dan said, what isn't out there? What do I love playing? What do I like doing? What do I want to make? So I instantly scrapped a racer because I was like, I can get them anywhere. There's fucking every week has an indie game racer releasing of some kind. What isn't out there, Tom? Well, as we said, I love narrative games like Life is Strange, don't I?
You do.
So why not make a Life is Strange game? All I need then, I spoke to his brother about, and he says, that's a great first game to make because you need an interactive code, so how to interact with something and remove it from the source area and put it into an inventory, he said, which is quite simple coding. I need like a walk and a run animation, and then dialogue stuff. I could do voice acting, or I could just have texting, but that's obviously a decision for way down the line.
In your game.
So that was my first decision. I like narrative games. Cool, I'll make that. I'll do episodic. Means it gives me more time to make them episodic. But what isn't out there? What Life is Strange style game isn't out there.
A game entirely voiced by me.
Everything, the dog.
Yeah, every character,
So-
every noise.
We have the first part of the tripod. Life is Strange.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the
What else do I love? Well, the greatest TV show of all time is probably Dawson's Creek. I love a high school teen drama. There's no denying it. I don't mind saying that.
He really does.
That's your second part of the tripod.
There it is.
What's the third part of the
It's
tripod?
claw at the moment.
Yeah.
What is my favourite era?
The 80s.
Exactly. So why not make a Life is Strange style teenage drama episodic in the 80s? Boom. Breakfast Club meets Stranger Things meets Dawson's Creek. That is
my
my
voice talents.
That's
Your
my
voice talents.
elevator pitch.
I love it. Can I be in it?
And I've actually, episode 1 is completely planned out on paper in terms of where people are meeting. I haven't got character names. That's called character 1 to character 6. You're only going to play as 2 different characters.
Right.
Because it's based around a actual male and female love story, classic. But they're little spin-off things. But there are genuine, and I mean genuine consequences that I want to come in.
That sounds good.
Like they all get AIDS at the end because it's the 80s.
It is the 80s.
But so for my
The 80s.
for when my meeting moments are turned down for the whole when they're going to meet and interact moments, I've used music as my inspiration, like 80 songs. The issue I'm going to have, and as your brother quite rightly said, is, mate, you're never going to get copyright for those.
Yeah, not at all.
Not in a million years. And I was like, if I make something that's quite cool and send it off to a record company that's this song has been dead for 20 years, they might turn around and go,
It's not dead.
Yeah.
It's not dead.
No.
But I'll tell you what. I am known as the man of 1,000 voices. And I can do any voice. Give me a voice.
Patrick Stewart.
Hello.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman.
Dame Edna Everage.
Hello.
Yeah, he's right. He's nailed them.
Morgan Freeman.
Hello.
Oh, slightly high pitch. Slightly high pitch.
Although I'm pretty sure Morgan Freeman's deeper.
Yeah,
But,
he is.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was good, man. I like that.
It's an emotional connection. It's
So, yeah,
supposed to have a
Trev,
emotional
Brian,
connection.
I won't go into any more detail because Trev, without going into spoilers for his questions, one of them is based around the game I'm making. So
Okay.
there will be more updates onto actually what is there next week. But yeah, that is what
I remember you've still got time to get questions in. More questions.
Yeah, Trev, send your questions in.
Go deep. Ask me something really personal.
Go deep. That's just his life motto.
There's cool stuff in there.
Yeah?
No?
Well, there's questions for me.
There are 2 questions for individual questions,
Right.
and
Yeah.
the rest are generic questions.
Cool.
Okay.
That's just from Brian.
Brian, come on, Trev. You've got to get those questions in.
So, yeah.
Up, man. Come on. I'll fight you.
Patrons, thank you so much. Sorry for the break. It was needed, but we're back now, and this will be out for you from Monday onwards, hopefully. So thank you so much for watching. And until next week, Patrons, thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Goodbye.